More fun in the sand. What is up, YouTube? JamesWBaek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Back Battles. Today, we're going to be using the Sandaconda team that we debuted in the last episode. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, highly recommend go check them out as always. And if you want to try out the team alongside me, there's a rental code and a payment available down below in the description. The rental code only lasts for 2 weeks, though, so make sure you grab what you can. And of course, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you want to check out more content from me, you can go check out my second YouTube channel and my Twitch channel listed down below in the description. But otherwise, let's get started with today's video. Today's common question is going to be, what is your favorite way to prepare eggs? And you know, there could be scrambled, fried, over easy, sunny side up. There's hard boiled, soft boiled, a bunch of ways to prepare eggs. And you could also, if you don't like eggs, you could also, I guess, comment that, or you could just comment that you are allergic to eggs. Although I don't think I've ever met someone who's been allergic to eggs, so that'd be interesting if someone is out there allergic to eggs. But for me, I'd say probably soft boiled. I just like a runny egg yolk. Over easy is also pretty good, and scrambled is pretty high tier in my opinion. Let's see though, we got an interesting team Chansey stuff with Grimmsnarl, Primarina, the Corviknight, Marowak, and Dracozolt. So I don't exactly want to go here because I really do like Grimmsnarl and Dhelmise. They are pretty good in this matchup. Don't want to go Parasong endgame. In case Chansey gets a little bit problematic, I think it's going to be Gravity Chansey with Sing Primarina, very likely here. So I think Dhelmise is pretty good. I'm actually a fast Dhelmise, so it should be pretty good against the team in general. Yeah, I'm going to go Dhelmise, Grimmsnarl lead. The question is who I wanted to back. Sandaconda is great against Dracozolt, pretty poor against everything else. I feel like I'm Dynamaxing Dhelmise, but there's a chance I don't. Politoed Perish could be a really nice endgame, but I don't think it's minimized Chansey. I really don't think it's minimized Chansey. So you know what? I'm going to go Arcanine Sandaconda. The reason I don't think it's minimized Chansey is because I really think it's going to be like a gravity support set here with like Life Dew and stuff. We'll see here. Because I really think that's how this team would benefit. But, you know, we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so the plan here is to use Dhelmise effectively, because I think Dhelmise is really good in this game. I think overall I could start sweeping stuff. We're going to see the Corviknight plus the Marowak come out lead. Okay, interesting. So I could just go for the Swagger, since I do have the Prism Berry right off the bat. I could go Arcanine. I really like the offensive play because I don't think this is going to be Tailwind Corviknight. I think it's going to be some kind of setup Corviknight. Maybe Body Press. I think Bulk Up is very likely though. I think I'm just going to go for the Poltergeist right away, and I'm going to Swagger the Dhelmise. Yeah, I'm just going to go for Self Swagger. I think it's fine. I'll reflect up next turn if I have to. If I can get a big knockout turn one, that'd be amazing. Especially since I'm a really fast Dhelmise. So I'm probably faster than most Marowaks, I would assume. And if that's the case, I'd be in an amazing spot turn one. But let's see how this is going to go, because I'm not exactly too sure of how this turn one's going to play. I'm hoping it's going to be like a bulk up from Corviknight. Marowak maybe Protect, switches out. A Dynamax comes out though. Interesting. Is this going to be from the Corviknight is the question. If it's Corviknight, it's actually kind of a problematic, because it is Corviknight. Wow. All right. So they're airstreaming. Are they going for the Max Steel Spike? That's a very big concern, especially if I get knocked out right away. So very unfortunate, but let's see. I do Swagger my Dhelmise. I do Prism Berry, which will snap me out of my confusion. I hope I get the Poltergeist off, and I'm thinking hopefully Steel Spike comes out. Airstream would be really bad for me. I'm faster, which is nice, so I'm going to be able to get the Poltergeist off, and nice, we don't miss, so we are going to be able to eliminate the Marowak, and I'm guessing Steel Spike's coming out here, so that's pretty good for me, actually, because I'm able to eliminate the Marowak, and my Dhelmise is actually faster than the Corviknight, which is cool, unless they Airstream this turn. They do Airstream this turn into the Grimmsnarl slot, so it's not actually the Dhelmise, so that's actually really good for me, because now I can go for Reflect, and I'll be pretty safe here, unless they Steel Spike, but that's okay. So I'll definitely take that turn. I'm not too worried about Corviknight as long as I keep Arcanine healthy in the back. And Dhelmise is pretty good against most of my opponent's team overall. Chansey going to come out here. Very interesting switch right here. I think Steel Spike is just very, very safe overall on a Chansey, as well as a Reflect. Yeah, I like that play. I like getting reflective. I like steel spiking. They're probably going to steel spike my Grimmsnarl and try to boost that defense on the Chansey. But as long as I start powering up with my Delmice, I think I'll be fine. So let's see. I'll go on the offense here because I think it is my best interest to target down the Chansey. And then afterward, I'll start steel spiking up against the team. I think I'm pretty good here, though, with the defense. Because if they target the Grimmsnarl, I boost up my defense with Delmice. And my Delmice is a threat to their team. Oh, they ally switch. Very annoying. All right. Man. Reflect comes out. I was thinking it'd be like Gravity, Life, Do, Seismic, Toss, and something else. Steel Spike does come out probably into the Grimmsnarl. Yep. Which will pick up a knockout, but that's fine, I guess. I wish I had Wisp here, but it's okay. I don't, unfortunately, but it's all right. I think I'll just go for the... I think I'll just double the chance again with Steel Spike plus Body Press. Luckily, the Corviknight's not boosted, and we do have Reflect up. So, my Delmice is going to be able to take attacks decently well here. The problem is dealing with the Corviknight in the end game if it gets too many bulk ups after the Dynamax is over. So I gotta watch out for that stall. But we'll go out into Sandaconda here. I kind of wish I brought Politoed in the end game now over Sandaconda. Because if they didn't lead Dracozolt, it was very unlikely I think they bring Dracozolt. But yeah. We will go for the Max Steel Spike and we will go for a Body Press right here in the Chansey. Actually... no, we go for High Horsepower. Because Body Press won't KO. Nowhere near enough, yeah. So I'll Steel Spike and High Horsepower here. Let's see if they go for the Ally Switch again, which I'm hoping they don't in this case. I feel like Steel Spike is a very safe play. Or the Airstream, which is fine too. Because it shouldn't do much with Reflect plus Steel Spike up. Yeah, like that did absolutely nothing. And then I could start targeting down these Pokemon with some pretty powerful attacks afterwards. So, because this is Corviknight's last turn of Dynamax. So we'll go for the... it was minimized. I should have brought Politoed. I should have brought Politoed. I do get a High Horsepower, which is kind of nice. And get a Steel Spike off. Okay. Oh, that's some very nice damage. Okay, sweet. Very nice damage. Okay, I'm going to Body Press the Chansey slot. And I'm going to Steel Spike the Corviknight slot. Is that the correct play? If they ally switch... actually, no. I Steel Spike the Chansey slot and I Body Press the Core slot. Because this covers ally switch if they go for it. As well as if they heal, I get enough damage in the Chansey anyway. So they're going to bulk up, which is fine. And that's fine. They're a +1 attack, not the biggest deal. Because I'm going to be +3 with Delmice and I still have Reflect up. We're going to see Soft Boil come out. Okay, not surprised. So I think Steel Spike should be able to knock out Chansey at this range. And then if afterward I should be good. Actually, that's really close. That healed a little bit more. Because I thought it was a bit lower. Body Press does absolutely nothing to Corv. Steel Spike going to come out. Barely missed knockdown on Chansey. Okay. This is going to get a little bit tough. Just a little bit tough. Although Chansey doesn't have Toxic, it can't touch Delmice. I think I'm going to go for the Poltergeist as well as a Body Press here into the Corviknight slot. I really just don't think you ally switch here. Do you? I feel like it's very unlikely. I mean, if they ally switch, I get the Corv. I'm pretty sure that they go for like another bulk up here in this Soft Boil. So if I can get rid of Corv, I'm in a good spot, but we'll see. Yeah, they do go for Soft Boil once again. Poltergeist. I mean, we haven't activated a Lumberry, so this should be a Lumberry on the Corviknight. Let's see how much this does. Not bad damage, not the best damage. Here comes Poltergeist. Oh, weakness policy Corviknight. Interesting. Oh, and we knock it out with a critical hit. Probably mattered, but you know what? Next turn, my opponent had to choose whether knocking some out to Brave Bird or going for like that again, but I'll take that. Let's see who the last Pokemon is. It's going to be Primarina. Okay, perfect. I have Power Whip. Kind of want to Power Whip the Chansey and Body Press the Chansey on Ally Switch potentially. Because, like, if Primarina goes down, you just lose the game, right? Because I feel like you lose the game to, yeah. Because I feel like the Chansey doesn't have a way to touch Delmice. So I'm gonna body press here. Should do an okay amount. Yeah, pretty okay amount. I missed power whip though. I should have anchor shot, I guess. Yeah, I guess I should have anchor shot Blizzard. And he double hit both. And your life orb so you KO me. That was probably worst case scenario. Power was very greedy. I should have anchor shot. Yeah. Anchor shot made more sense anyway. That's just a really dumb way to go through though. But then again, I did get the crit, but I feel like the crit wasn't like too bad because like again, he would have had to choose basically what the Corviknight. Oh, I don't think I'm beating Chansey unfortunately here. Unless I crit with body press, but I'm just saying, I just don't think there's a way. I think I had to flamethrower and I had to high horsepower, or maybe do I Iron Head? And a flamethrower protect. I think you should always target the Sandaconda. It's like, what's Arcanine really doing? Unless I'm offensive Arcanine. Chansey. My worst enemy. I do nothing. They minimize again. I should have brought Politoed Perish Song endgame and just perished. Instead of bringing Sandaconda. Oh, it's Hyper Voice 2. Wait, was this Assault Vest or Life Orb? The only way I'm getting through this is if Sandaconda can actually do something, but I'm pretty sure I'm in Seismic Toss range or in 2. Okay. I gotta get a bit lucky here, I think. They're probably gonna ally switch anyway, but gotta go for some kind of play. Yeah, I probably should have predicted the ally switch. I just got tilted after missing the power, but I should have anchor shot to be fair. Because +2 would have probably KO'd Primarina. I forgot that I was body press doubling it up as well. So yeah, that kind of messed me up. It just always feels bad to lose to a Chansey, but it's fine. Because I realized that I could have just went for anchor shot. Like, I got the reads right. I just unfortunately didn't get the hit off. But I had a better play anyway. So if I had a better play and I lose, I think it's like a fine situation to trade for. Because at least it wasn't like I got to play. It was like, if there wasn't a better play, yeah, I'd be mad at myself. But if there was a better play, then yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like more accepting of the loss because it's more deserved. Because again, I think anchor shot always was the play there. Because +2 anchor shot probably KO'd, especially with the Steelworker. Because Steelworker boosting the stab power or making it to stab power. So yeah, got our next opponent though. Jolteon Kangaskhan as well as a Delma. This team looks annoying. All right, let's go Grim here. Grim's really good against the team overall. I really like Corv too. Just the Jolteon's a little bit concerning. I want to bring Perish endgame? No, because their bulkiest Pokemon is Dusclops, which I kind of can break through. Unless it's Wisp. Sandaconda Arcanine. I don't think I've ever really brought Politoed, but the thing is Politoed is very situational in games where I think Perish trapping works better. The thing about Dusclops though is it's always able to switch out, except I think on Sand Tomb, but like I don't go for early Sand Tomb Perish songs strategies I think with this team. I just gotta watch about Clef. Clef could be a bit annoying. I want to set up screens, get rid of Urshifu right away because that Urshifu's a big threat. If they lay Jolteon, I can go out and Sandaconda, so it's not that big of a deal. I want to set up screens. I need to deal with the Urshifu right away because Urshifu critting me is like not a good situation for me at all. I might have to like deal with the Dusclops somehow though. I don't know if it's going to be Haze. I think it could be Shadow Sneak to activate weakness policy on the Delmise. Kangaskhan could also have the same idea with Sucker Punch. I'm wondering what the sets are on the Clefable as well as the Kangaskhan, because I feel like those are the ones that are going to determine a lot more of the game. Although I don't know if Kangaskhan's going to be brought here, but we'll see. We'll see. it's gonna be an interesting game to say the least, because offensive Clefable is actually very scary for my team, especially if it can deal damage to Grimmsnarl. So let's see. There's a lot of interesting combinations here. I feel like we got Kangaskhan Jolteon lead. Wow. All right. I think I'm gonna just go for the light screen right away. Yeah, I'm gonna light screen up, and I'm gonna go Sandaconda. On fake out the Grimmsnarl and Thunderbolt from the Jolteon. Jolteon doesn't at least get any like real setup moves. They could double my Grimmsnarl, which would be a good play, but I don't think it's worth it for me to like. I think it's just worth for Grimmsnarl to stay in and get the damage off. So I'll bring in the Sandaconda here. I say Dynamax right away. Is that Jolteon? Are they doubling up the Grimmsnarl with Max Lightning plus fake out? Trying to set up the Electric Terrain so you can target the Corp later. Jolteon comes out. I mean, if they Dynamax Jolteon, I'm kind of fine with going for the max ground, I think, into the Jolteon the following turn. So let's see. Yep, fake out. Gonna come out into Grimmsnarl. Makes sense. That did a lot. It is Max Lightning and Grimmsnarl, so good play from my opponent. Doesn't KO Grim though, which is really important because at least I get something off, either a light screen or reflect. I could also switch out to save it, but I just don't see the point of saving the Grimmsnarl at this point. It is life up on the Jolteon, so that's an important item information to get a hand of. All right, just light screen and go for a. Should I knuckle to Kang? I think Knuckle to Kang is fine. I'm not too worried about Jolteon right now after I get the light screen up. And there's a chance that Jolteon max guards and Kangaskhan just goes for a KO into the Grimmsnarl. And I kind of want more powerful Sand Blast. So you know what? I'll go for the Knuckle. I think it's worth it. So we'll bring out G-Max Sandaconda. I hope I'm not playing too defensive. They do max guard though, so I do get the read right. Okay, that's cool. So I'm able to get a light screen off, and I'm able to get a max knuckle off into the Kangaskhan, which is pretty good because now I'm going to be able to knock out Jolteon afterward. Last resort. So the Kangaskhan only has 2 attacks. I see. Wow, that does a lot of damage. I actually did a lot more damage than I thought. Holy cow. All right, let's go Arcanine for the Intimidate. We get Intimidate off into Kang, and then we'll go for Sandblast into the Jolteon, pick up the knockout, and then get all this residual damage into Kang. And if they attack Sandaconda once, I think Sandstorm into the attack will just KO the Kang. I don't remember how Last Resort works, if like you can spam it and it's still the same base power, because that's one of the mechanics I actually don't know too much about, but we'll see here. Like, I don't even think it's that bad of a play, like that bad if they double up my Sandaconda. I guess if they have max Ghost, you would assume max Ghost, I would think, because Jolteon doesn't get much coverage, especially with Life Orb. So I'm thinking it's like maybe Thunder / Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, max Ghost. I don't think it would be Weather Ball in this. I mean, we have seen a max Quake Jolteon, but that doesn't save my opponent anyway. But yeah, Sandaconda is in a pretty good spot here, I feel. Just protect Arcanine. They might just double up the Arcanine here. Oh, Hyper Beam. Okay. Into Arcanine, which is fine. Not the end of the world. Alright, so we do get a speed drop on both Pokemon. We're gonna see Last Resort into the Arc. Yeah, I wanted to try to get rid of the Arc, which makes sense. Gonna be able to knock out the Jolteon here. That's one very crucial Pokemon to get rid of for my Corviknight to sweep, because they don't have the best Corviknight answers. So leaning towards getting rid of the Jolteon there, which is a great Pokemon to get rid of. And even if they switch, they didn't have exactly the best switch-ins. Like, Dusclops would have taken a lot of damage. So yeah. Ooh, even with Sand actually wouldn't have knocked out. Jeez. Alright, I think I'm just gonna switch Arcanine out, go out into Corv, and go for whatever's coming in, I guess. Maybe if it's Delmise, I Steel Spike. Yeah, I think Steel Spiking Delmise is a fine play. Or if it's Clef, I'll take the Clef. They could read the core switch, but I don't think it's like that bad of a situation, even if they go for the core switch. So you know what? I'm gonna Steel Spike here. I could go for the Sand Fang into Clef, but I have no idea if it's Unaware or Magic Guard. I think it should be Unaware. I feel like Unaware is more useful in doubles, but we have no clue. I mean, if it is Magic Guard, we get to find out, right? Because I think Clef will just go down to this unless it's Babiri Berry or Sash. But we'll see. Like, I think just boosting up my defense for Corviknight's pretty nice in general against the rest of the team. As well as, like, yeah, because I think it's more useful than Sandblast, especially since we don't know what kind of Clefable set this is. So we'll retreat into Corviknight. Last Resort going to come out. This is not going to do too much. Holy cow, that did more than I thought. I think that's like Sylph Scarf. Moonblast going to come out. That's fine. A special attack drop would be actually kind of nice. Nope. Babiri Berry. Okay. So it's Babiri Berry confirmed, which is okay. Doesn't look like offensive Clefable. I guess it is defensive. But it might have Flamethrower still for Ferrothorn, because this team looks really weak to Ferrothorn. So we're able to get a defense boost with Corviknight and the Sandaconda, which is excellent here. As the Sand should knock out the Kangaskhan. Actually, no, it should be like off, yeah. Which is okay. I think I'm just going to protect the Sandaconda, and the question is, do I want to Roost or Ironhead? I kind of just want to Ironhead personally. Let me see what the last Pokemon are. Yeah, I think it's just fine to Ironhead. Because I'm trying to figure out what Pokemon, and I feel like I can Roost on most of the Pokemon in the back. Kangaskhan can't switch out anyway. Clef is going to protect. Okay, so I could have roosted up and had the best spot, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. Say last resort to Sandaconda, actually. Okay. Is that Ironhead? At least I didn't take damage on Corv. I think Corv now lives a Wicked Blow still from the Urshifu, which is kind of nice. Although Clef could go for Helping Hand if it has it. So this is actually a pretty close game. I will go for Ironhead though in the Clefable, and I think I roost up with Corv. Yeah, I think that's always the play. Maybe it's just a double Ironhead. It might be just a double Ironhead Clef actually. I think it makes the most sense if it is that Urshifu in the back, and it is Urshifu in the back. Not the water one. If it was the water one, it could have been a bit problematic, but thankfully it was dark like I suspected. Actually, it could have been water. Like, he doesn't have a water type on his team. But for some reason, I clicked with Dark Urshifu, and I guess my gut really went with it. So, double the Clef with Ironhead here. Yeah, because Urshifu shouldn't be able to get a knockout unless it's Choice Bandit or Life Orb. And as long as I get rid of the Clef, I can double up the Urshifu. I guess it's going to come down really close to what item that Urshifu is. If it's Choice Bandit, actually, it's a real big threat. It is actually a really big threat because I think it one-shots the Corv at this range as well as the Sandaconda. So, and it will one-shot my Arcanine. So actually, if it is Choice Bandit, this is probably a good game. Wicked Blow going to come out. We'll find out. Moment of truth. In a core, but it doesn't knock out. Okay, so it's not Choice Bandit confirmed. Probably Focus Sash. Ironhead going to come out into the Clefable. Actually not pick up a knockout. That's actually kind of big. Moonblast going to come out into Sandaconda. Okay. That actually kind of helps me because it breaks the Focus Sash on Urshifu. And I'm going to be able to get an Ironhead off into the Clefable. So Clefable does go down here. And now I'm going to be able to click Brave Bird plus Body Press. And yeah, the Urshifu can't win. I don't think it has a spread move that covers everything. I don't think Urshifu gets Rock Slide. If it does, it can flinch me down, I guess. But it would need 2 Rock Slides, I think, to knock out the Corviknight and 2 flinches on the Sandaconda. Or a crit onto Corviknight and a flinch on Sandaconda. Let's see. That was going to be forfeit, so I guess they didn't have a way to win. Oh, that could have been a lot scarier than I thought. I think overall, solid turn 1 by my opponent. I probably could have went Sandaconda for the other slot, but I don't like Corviknight couldn't protect, and I didn't want Arcanine to take all the damage because Arcanine could have been useful. So I think overall it was fine. The play that I made going for the light screen was pretty nice overall. Reflect could have been nice too, but I think light screen was better because I had Intimidate, I had Steel Spike potential, as well as like Urshifu was critting me anyway. So like, yeah, again, just dealing with the Jolteon. getting that max guard read right, and then just being able to plow through, I think, was the important part. But yeah, Sandaconda has been doing pretty well on the team. Again, the first game, it could have just like, I think we could have taken that if I just went for the anchor shot, because I did get the reads right. Unfortunately, just didn't click the most optimal position there. But hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, and share this video with your friends. They're all great ways to support me, and they're all free. And just by watching this video, you're helping me out immensely. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. You could go check out my second YouTube channel as well as my Twitch channel for more awesome content. You could go check out my community Discord if you want to interact with me in an awesome community, talk about video games, anime, and more. And yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty much it for me. If you do want to try out this team again, there is a rental code available in the description, available for 2 weeks as well as a pay spin. But yeah, have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.